Hello my coffee family. In this simple coffee educational video, I'm going to be showing you how you can steam almond milk and even make the basic latte art on your latte, cappuccino and a flat white. I know that very many of you beginner baristas and home baristas are struggling to perfectly use almond milk. This is because almond milk is a plant-based milk that is made from almonds, and because it's a plant-based milk, it has less amount of protein and fats. That's why it's very delicate whenever you're steaming it. It's not same as when you're using the dairy milk from the cow. Sometimes your almond milk is going to end up with a very thick foam. Sometimes it's going to separate whenever you add it in coffee, and sometimes it's not going to taste very well. When you're steaming almond milk or any other plant-based milk, you need to be conscious about these three simple tips. One is choosing the right type of the milk. Two is knowing the ideal temperature, because this is what will determine the taste. And three, knowing how to properly texture it if you want to make a good latte art. These three simple tips is what I'm going to be using on my guide as I show you how you can perfectly use almond milk. Step one is choosing the right type of almond milk. Not every type of almond milk that you see in your supermarket is designed for coffee. You need to find a Barista almond milk or almond milk designed specifically for coffee. The reason why most of you steam almond milk and it ends up separating whenever you mix it in coffee, you are using the wrong type of almond milk. I personally use the Milk Lab almond milk. This is the milk that I've tested and used for a long period of time, and the results have been amazing. Now let's dive into preparing our steaming step by step from start until the end. So we're going to be starting by making a flat white. This is our almond milk. I just got it from the chiller. It's very cold. So I'll extract my double shot of espresso for the flat white. So as it's extracting, I'll then add my milk into the jug. Shake first. So I start by opening it up, closing it again. Then I'll shake it so that I can have the even mixture of the almond milk. My double shot of espresso is done extracting. I'll just add my milk into the jug. And if it's your first time to this channel, I always use one milk steaming technique for all my milk. The only important thing that you need is to use cold milk. This will allow you to texture your milk for a much long period of time. So you will start by opening our steam to purge out the excess water. After we are done, we'll just bring our steam wand, attach it on the jug here for support. Aim for the center. Then tilt your jug slightly so that you can bring the steam wand on the side. Then I'll open my steam. You start by adding in air into the milk. Our ideal temperature for almond milk is going to be between 55 to 60. If you go above 60, it's going to burn the almond milk and the taste won't be good. This is why sometimes you're going to find your almond milk tasting watery, because you steam it extra hot. This is my milk texture. You can see, very smooth and silky. I have my double shot of espresso and I'll pour my basic latte art. You can see this is a simple tulip latte art on a flat white. Not every type of almond milk can make this simple latte art. You can see my coffee is not separated. This is the flat white I have made using the almond milk from Milk Lab. And the next coffee drink is going to be a cappuccino. For my cappuccino, I use a single shot. This is why I'm extracting my single shot of espresso in the glass. Then I'll transfer it into my cup. As my shot of espresso is extracting, same steps. I start by shaking my milk, get my jug ready, add in my milk. It's key to always add in your milk just below the spalp. See, this bent is where you should always add your milk. Same steps as for the flat white. Our shot of espresso is done extracting. I'll just transfer it in my cappuccino cup. And now I'll steam my milk for the cappuccino. What we need for a cappuccino is more foam. So we're going to be adding in more air into the milk. You purge your steam wand to remove the excess air. Then bring it out, attach it on the jug, position in the center, tilt slightly, then open your steam. We're going to start by adding in air into our milk. That sound you hear means I'm adding in air to create foam. The more sound you hear, the more foam I'm going to have. Still, our ideal temperature is between 55 to 60. You can hold the base of the jug. The moment it becomes too much hot, you stop. Always ensure you keep your steam wand very clean after steaming your milk. If you want to double check the temperature, we can. Here we have it. 55 is our ideal temperature. You can see now for our cappuccino we have more foam. You can see how thick it is. Now I'll pour it in my espresso. And for the cappuccino, since it has too much foam, you can only make a heart. Just like this, a basic heart latte art design. This is the most basic design that each and every beginner you need to start by this one. You can see this milk texture. This is my cappuccino having a good latte art on top of it, and I have used almond milk. The most important thing is having the right type of milk, having the right temperature when you're steaming so that you don't burn up your milk, and even texturing your milk very well, creating that vortex. If you don't know how to properly steam your milk, I have a full guide for beginners that I'll link in the description below. Check it out after the end of this video. So this is the single shot for the latte. We start by shaking the milk, pour it in the jug just below the spalp, there, this level here. Then we'll open the steam so that we can release the remaining water. Same step like any other coffee drink. The only difference is how much air you add in. So latte has less foam. This is why I add in very less amount of foam. That foam is enough for my latte. And now I'm only texturing my milk. You see the spin inside? At the ideal temperature, you stop your steam, wipe your steam. You need to ensure your steam is always clean. 55, this is our ideal temperature. This ensures that we haven't burnt our milk, and this is what helps to having a good texture for a good latte art. You can see my milk, how silky it is. And now I can pour my simple latte art on the latte. Mix in, create a good base. Then you can say, so a simple latte art like this, it's achievable because you're using the right type of almond milk. This is a flat white, cappuccino, and a latte. These are the 3 coffee drinks that I was able to make using the almond milk. As you've seen, it's not very hard for you to steam and make a good latte art on your cup of coffee if you're using the right type of almond milk. This is what is going to make it easy for you to make the basic latte art on your cup of coffee. And when it comes to the taste, wow, this is so smooth and creamy. The taste is really also very good. But I don't want to say that you're going to learn each and everything and master it perfectly in just one day. Latte art making and steaming milk are the two most challenging skills that very many baristas struggle with to master. You need to practice constantly, even have patience. Don't give up when you try like 2 times and you're not able to have this exact texture or this basic latte art. And I would like to say thank you to Raw Coffee Company for supplying this milk I have used for this video. But a quick question, can you steam oat milk? Oat milk is one of the loved plant-based milk, but very many of beginner baristas and home baristas struggle to steam oat milk. And I have made the video which you should watch next for a complete guide on how you can properly steam oat milk for the best result.